Yo! Tom Fiddzy here, random video message or random video rant. Because this video, I'm going on a little bit of a rant. A rant about this thing here. The Y-Comms on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Because this weekend, it was the Skwovet. The Skwovet, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure if you can see it. That little guy right there. Skwovet, is it? I don't really know how you pronounce it, but it was that guy's weekend on Pokemon Sword and Shield on the raid, so I actually thought for once that I would actually go and join him because I never really cared about these ones. The only reason I cared about that little guy right there, who's actually quite cute. I think it's quite a nice design. Like for a lot of like the normal types, the early normal types, I think this one is pretty good. Better Skrill than Sentret, I think, at least. But yeah, the reason why I wanted that was because all of the Pokemon berries, all of the rare Pokemon berries that you could get when you did raids of that. So I thought I'll go online and I'll try and get some of those berries. And I got reminded as to why I hate Pokemon Sword and Shield online. So I wanted to do this video talking about it. Now, I love Pokemon. I absolutely love Pokemon. Look, there's a Gengar up there. And if you look all around my room, you will find little bits of Pokemon here and there. I absolutely love Pokemon, but I really dislike Sword and Shield. I think it is the weakest out of all of the games. I mean, maybe a little bit above Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but that is more for another video. One of the biggest complaints about Sword and Shield is the Y-Comms, and that is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So, you go on to Pokemon Sword and Shield, you go in to do some raids. Maybe you're going to have some raids with some friends as well, and it is an absolute nightmare. Now, Nintendo's never been very good when it comes to playing online with friends. They still haven't quite embraced it. Come on, it's 2020. Get with the times, Nintendo. But the Y-Comm is just a disaster. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't really like the Festival Plaza, but I will take the Festival Plaza back over the Y-Comms. So let's break this down. First of all, you go on there and you're like, okay, I want to find some Skwovet raids. I'll look in my own dens, and then your own dens, they're all full up of stuff that isn't in the event, so you have to go and clear them, and then nobody wants to join your raid of a Bolt Hound because nobody cares about Bolt Hound, so you have to do it on your own with a bunch of computer players. It's probably a Magikarp, an Eevee, and and a Togepi, or if you're really unlucky, a Solrock that is just constantly spamming what's it called? That stupid move where it just does its defenses, cosmic power. Yeah, just stupid Solrock that's just constantly boosting its cosmic power. So selfish. Stop raising your own stats and start attacking. Actually come and help us, Solrock. So you got your Solrock, it's boosting, you're fighting on your own. You eventually clear all of your dens, and then hopefully you've now found some Skwovet's, and maybe your friend wants to join, maybe you want to play with your friend. Then you got a whole different bag of problems, because first of all, you have to try and get in the raid with your friend. You can do a link thing, but then it's just you and your friend. There's a siren going off. Oh no, it's Nintendo, they're coming to get me. I don't know if you can hear that audio in there, but they don't like me talking bad about their raids. So you have to do the link code, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more when I talk about Max Raid Adventures, because that's a whole different thing. But you try and get your friend in with a link code. Maybe you only have one friend, which means that you now have two random spots, which are going to be a Solrock using Cosmic Power and a Togepi that keeps using Life Dew and constantly gets killed in one hit and just constantly makes your raid an absolute nightmare. So you have to do that. Like maybe if you're really lucky, somebody else has typed in the exact same link code, or you can go online and put your link code online and hope that you don't get a bunch of weirdos joining you. So if you only have one friend, that's a complication. If you have no friends and you're like, okay, well, I've cleared all my Skwovet raids, maybe it'll be easier if I just try and find some, using the stamps. Maybe I can actually find someone else's game. No, you're wrong. That is an absolute nightmare, because that refresh system in searching for raids is so broken, so laggy, it is basically pointless. Half of the ones that I click on, it's like, hey, here's a Skwovet, and it doesn't even have to be that. Any rare Pokemon, a Gigantamax Pokemon, or just one of the rare, like, fossil ones or something, a version exclusive, you're like, okay, great, there's one, I'm going to click on it. And you click on it, and then you wait for it to connect, and then you're like, oh wait, I still have to click again in order to join. And then by the time you get on that, boom, error message, it's already full up. So you're like, okay, there was another one down below it, so I'll click on that one. No, boom, that one's already full up. Okay, well, I'll search for some more. Well, you can't because you have to wait for it to refresh. You can't refresh it on your own. Why on earth can you not refresh it on your own? And when you do refresh it, it feels like they're already all out of date because they're already all full. And it's so slow and you're sitting there and it feels like 5 minutes you're waiting in order to refresh it. Why, Nintendo? Why, Game Freak? Can you not just refresh this list? Why can you not refresh that list yourself? Look, I've actually got one there because it's been sitting here long enough. But why? What is that Pokemon? Is that Heatran? What is that? But yeah, why can't you refresh this yourself? Why is there no auto refresh? Even better, why can't you just see a bunch of lobbies? Why can't you search lobbies? Why can't you even maybe search Pokemon? Or maybe not Pokemon, why can't you maybe search type? Because, you know, finding the right type of gym, finding the right type of raid and finding the right type so you can get the the TRs and TMs and stuff is important. So why can't you do that? Why can't you just go in and search and be like, oh look, this person's waiting on one person. Why isn't there an option to just randomly find any raids that need filling up? Even worse, let's talk about the max raid battles, the max raid adventures, sorry. You go on the max raid adventure with your friend, you're like, okay, me and one other friend, we're going to start it, but we don't want the CPU characters because they're rubbish and they're just going to make us lose. So we're going to want some random people in there. I've set up a link code, it's me and my friend, and then that's it because no one else is going to join that link code. So you put in maybe 1111111 or 222222, and you hope that you can both get in the same lobby at the same time before it gets full up, and if not, you have to quit out and redo it all over again, which is probably annoying the other people that are in the lobby because they just want to start and we just want to start, but we also want to play with other people. Why is there no option that if I create a party, I use a link code, I send the link code to my friend puts in the link code, and then I turn the lobby into a public one so normal people can join? Why is it constantly stuck on private? Among Us does that, so why can't Pokemon do that? Like, it's just so annoying how this system works. Do you know what will solve quite a lot of it? If I could actually search for raids with my friend, if there was some kind of party system. So I see my friend online, I'm like, hey, do you want to play Pokemon together? When he finds a raid, I go in with him. When I find the raid, I go in with him. But no, there is none of that. He has to search for one and then I have to refresh it and hope that it appears. If not, I have to wait 5 minutes. He normally has to quit out and start all over again. Then there's the fact that you're in the wild area and you see people running around. And when you first see that, you're like, wow, it's so cool. I'm actually playing Pokemon online with loads of random people from all around the world. Well, you're not. You're playing with a bunch of mindless ghosts that are just running around and then disappear. And you interact with them, and what do? They just give you a bag of sausages. That's all they do. You can't challenge them to a fight. You can't challenge them to a trade. You can't join their game. You can't be like, hey, let's have a bike race. You can't even talk to them because there's no chat system in the game. All you can do is talk to them and they give you a tin of beans, some noodles, and probably a bag of sausages. I don't want your bag of sausages. I don't want a bag of sausages. I want my friend. I want to play with my friend. I want to see my friend on the map. If you're really lucky, you might see your friend on the map, but then you do a raid and you come out of the raid and your friend's gone again. Really annoying. Why is there no system that actually just lets you join the game and go raid these stupid, cute little squirrels? Well, there's not. There's not. And as I said, there's no chat feature as well, because that would be really helpful as well, because you're in a raid. You know, maybe you're not with your friend, maybe you're with random people. Maybe there's like 1 bar of shield left. And you're like, okay, well, if any of you got a priority move, maybe one of you do the priority, knock down the shield, then I'll use my max move. If you don't use a priority move, I'm going to outspeed you, I'm going to waste my max move. You're not going to get any of the weather effects or defense boosts or whatever from it. And then that Soul Rock is going to waste a turn by using Cosmic Power. How good would it be if there was a chat system? I know that would open up a whole can of worms with people just being offensive, but Nintendo, you just got to trust people, censor out some of the words. There are always going to be little trolls around, but just don't worry about it. Stop trying to be overprotective. Don't give us like, oh no, actually maybe even if it just gave us like Mario Kart, really generic things that we could post up. I mean, it might take a little bit long. It'd be so much easier if we could just type or speak on Pokemon. Like, it's just so annoying. I mean, that's a general problem with the Switch overall. But let's continue back in the Y-Comm system. So I've mentioned how annoying it is for raids. I've mentioned how annoying it is to find things. what is really annoying is when you are trying to find raids, you have to constantly go through all of the stuff like, hey, I just caught a Metapod. Oh, wow, good for you. I actually don't care. Why are you telling me that some random person across the world has just caught a Metapod? Is it a special Metapod? No. What do you want me to do with that information? Do you want me to go onto Twitter, shout about it, tell everybody, congratulate that person? Hey, come, let's go compare Metapods. No, so why are you telling me that some random people's caught a Metapod? I'm just interested in the raids. I'm just interested in the battles. You can't seem to filter much of this out, and it just popping up all of the time on the screen. I caught this. I made a curry. I actually don't care. I can't. It's not like I can go into your game and eat the curry with you because I probably won't be able to find you in the game. And then the worst thing of all is the fact that the Y-Comms does not have the GTS because Pokemon Home. Pokemon Home is so pointless. I like the idea of the app on the phone. That is a really good idea. But the whole Pokemon Home and Pokemon Bank thing is annoying. It should have been in the game. When you go on your Switch, Pokemon Home doesn't need its own separate thing. Why can't you access it from the PC in Pokemon? In the actual Pokemon Center? It would be so much easier than having to then go out your game, because then when you're on your phone and you see you're on the GTS, it's like, oh, someone wants to trade that. Oh, but it's in my PC on my game, so you got to open your Switch and you got to do that, and then you got to transfer it across, and then you go back on your phone and then you can trade it. And what's really annoying about the trading is that you can't even trade with items. So, which was quite nice. Every now and then you trade something, you give it a rare berry as a little bonus present. Or like me, I used to actually trade with myself as a way of getting items across games, like Eviolites and gold bottle caps and stuff. It was a really helpful way. But you can't really do that anymore, especially not with the current GTS. And that really ruins it for trade evolutions as well, because you can't do them trade evolutions because they don't evolve and they can't hold items. I feel really sorry for people that don't have anyone that they can trade with because they've just got to rely on random strangers. So, you could probably do it by just filling your Pokedex. But if you wanted to train them competitively, it becomes a little bit of a problem. Let's say you have a shiny Cypher with max IVs and you have to trade it over the Y-Comm to evolve it. Let's be honest, you're not getting that back. What are the chances that other person, unless you know them and you've made some kind of deal online, no, they're going to be like, shiny Cypher evolved into a Scizor, I'm having that, I'm putting that on the GTS, I'm trading it for something really good, I'm trading it for a Regidrago or something, or I'm keeping that's going to be my Pokemon now, I'm going to challenge you to a battle and beat you with your own Pokemon. It's really annoying. It feels like a massive step backwards. It's a big disappointment. The wild area as a whole is a disappointment, but the online connectivity, the fact that everyone's just mindless robots running around, bumping into walls, standing there. You see them standing around the raids. Why can't you talk to them and be like, I'll raid with you. Let's go in the raid together. You can't. They're just standing there waving at you, but it means nothing. Well, they're waving at you. You walk up to them. Hey, what's up? Here's a bag of sausages. I don't want your sausages. I just want to play the game with people. I want to get this, and I want to get Cutslap berries, please. I hate the Y-Comm. Please fix it. I thought maybe they might have fixed it with the Dynamax Adventures since they had a little bit of time. They had the DLC, because it was DLC, so they had some time. But no, that one's even worse because of the fact that you have to use the link codes and stuff to try and get your friends in. Just add a party system. Just add a system where I can guarantee that my friend that I'm playing with is on the screen with me and we are going into raids and battles together. A basic lobby system, a way to toggle on and off private and public would be really nice and get rid of people telling me that they've made curry. I really don't care. And that's my rant about the Y-Comm. Next game, I really hope they fix it. In the end, I caught a hidden ability one. I didn't get any shiny Skwovet's. I did manage to get a Greedent that had 5 IVs and everything apart from special attack with the right ability that I wanted. So that was perfect. So I trained that one up. So, in the end, it was good. But that was just something that I did on my own, not online with other people. And I think that's about it. General updates for me, for my channel, because this is a random video message, even though it was mainly a random video rant. I haven't learned how to play any guitar yet. I might do that tonight. And the plant is... it's still alive! Bye!